The man who's now won the last 4 majors pulled it out of the fire yet again to earn his maiden world title. I'm delighted to say the champ joins us now, and it's a very, very good morning to Luke Coolhand Humphries.
Good morning, Luke.
Morning, Luke.
Morning, guys.
You must be shattered, mate. You must be absolutely shattered.
Honestly, I am tired, but I feel good. I've realised my dreams last night, and that tiredness will stay away from me for a bit at the moment. Obviously, the adrenaline's still pumping through me. It was an incredible night of darts last night, and that's just something that I just can't be tired at the moment. I feel so alive.
So look, I've probably seen all your games. That Cullen game was unbelievable, Joe Cullen. I couldn't believe it, and the relief on your face when that final dart went in. It was, this has been a roller coaster for you, hasn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's been an incredible roller coaster for me. I was asked last night, what was the most important game for you, and it was the Joe Cullen game. I was 2 darts away from not even, I wouldn't be sat here right now. We missed 2 darts to double 18, and I was very, very fortunate that I overcome that game. That was a battle, a real battle. I worked incredibly hard to keep myself in the game when I was staring defeat in the face, and now sat with that World Championship trophy. That was the clinical game, which I was really, really pleased to get through.
And look, when you had to pull out the fire, some of your finishing was magnificent.
That's one of the massive things that I can look back from this tournament, and what was so pleasing was my finishing under pressure. So many times, not just in the final, but in the quarterfinals, in the last 16 against Joe, the last 32 against Ricardo. There was so many pleasing aspects for me, which I thought, I held myself together, and it was, my score, everyone knows how good my scoring is, but my finishing, was really up to scratch this tournament, and it definitely is the reason why I've got my name on that incredible trophy sat next to me.
Luke, first of all, I want to say congratulations. It was entertaining last night watching it, but I want to ask you how you got through last night with, the crowd. They were all going, most of the crowd were going for your opponent. How did you get through that to get the win last night?
Yeah, the crowd were always going to be on Luke Littler's side, because he's been this incredible story in the World Championships, and I think everybody sort of knows about this story. He's a 16-year-old kid who's burst onto the scene and shown that he's got incredible grit, determination, bottle. The crowd was always going to be on his side, so I knew that before I walked up there last night. I think the amazing thing about the crowd as well, as much as they were on his side, they definitely did allow a fair game.
Yes.
They didn't sort of put me off in any situation under pressure, or when I was on doubles to win sets. They really did allow us both to play at such a free level, and we've got a great rhythm when we play against each other, and I thought it was a fantastic final. Like you say, the crowd were against me, and it makes it harder for me playing, but I know I showed a lot of grit and myself to get through that with the crowd against me.
Well done, mate.
Look, there was a little spell early on, and not last night, but in the week, where was there someone giving you a bit of hassle? Because I could see you getting a little bit angry, and you put your hands to your ears when you'd won it, saying, "What have you got to say now?" Was there someone just being a bit naughty?
No, not really. I was because when I played in the last 32 against Ricardo Pietrezco, our sport has a massive German contingent that supports our sport, and they come all the way from Germany to support Ricardo at the World Championships, and they just put the fans that were just cheering for him so much, and had a couple of guys that were over in that section that were whistling and burning every throw. And it was really, really tough. Trust me, it's really, really hard to play through that. But when I won the game, obviously what you see is I give it back to them a little bit, and if they're going to give it to me a whole game, then I give it back to them at the end, and that was definitely aesthetically a pleasing win for myself in this tournament.
So look, 500 grand. I know you're probably shy about it, but you're also donating a fair old chunk of that to charity. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What charity?
Yeah, obviously with prostate cancer, Paddy Power have obviously donated a lot of money for the amount of 180s that we've all hit. I can't remember the exact total, But I know that I think it was over £900,000 that we've donated to prostate cancer as a group, all of us as players. Collectively from myself, I think I hit 73 180s, which is £73,000 that will be donated towards that. Obviously, a close thing towards my heart because this is something that's unfortunately been it's run in my girlfriend's side family. But it's really pleasing that I've put towards such an incredible amount of money that will go to a fantastic charity.
I want to go back to 2017, Luke. You experienced anxiety and panic attacks. How hard was that for you, and to get through that? And during COVID, you started a weight loss, and you lost 4 stone.
Yeah, it was a tough time for me. It was something that I had to work my way out of. And obviously COVID was a hard time for everyone, not just me. And I had to turn an incredible negative into a positive for myself. And that was when I decided to lose lots of weight, change my image, because I couldn't last the long days. Being overweight, it just wasn't working for me. So I knew I had to change something. Within 3 months, I made my first major final after losing all the weight. And then, it was the catalyst to my success. It was an incredible turnaround. And, it's allowed me to get to where I am today by, that hard work that I did to lose all the weight. And I've managed to maintain it, which is also, as a lot of people know, is even harder part.
No, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Look, your opponent, Luke Littler, just incredible for someone his age. It really, really is. Premier League, the players come out later on today, and everyone's saying he's got to be in it. He's got to be in it. Is it a problem that he may miss out?
Look, Luke Littler is an unbelievable talent. I don't think we'll ever see someone as young as him in any sport doing the things he's done. He's got an incredibly mature head on a young shoulders.
Yeah.
Really do believe that. He's shown so much maturity in all the media he's done. Look, I don't know who's in the Premier League. I can't tell you who's in it. But if he is in it, then it's amazing for him, because this will change his life. And that's down to him. That's up to him and his family whether it's that they choose to do it or not. I believe it's probably for the good if he does, because I think if you're going to be overruled in anything, you'd be overruled in a world final, and he showed last night that it didn't overrule him. I don't think the Premier League would either. And like I said in many previous interviews, it'd be a privilege to share the stage with him a lot more, because he's a fantastic talent. I believe that to be in, and he deserves to be in this Premier League.
And great board management as well. The way he goes, he calculates and he's always having a look at his opponent's score. Right, I don't have to go for this. I'll lay up just and give. I've got time here. He's, for someone at 16, that's unbelievable.
It is. I remember when I was 16 and. I wouldn't have dreamed of being in a world final, let alone just being in the World Championship. So, like I said, he's got a very mature head on young shoulders, and he's handled himself incredibly well with all the media attention. He's got a massive, bright future. We all know that. And, he will be holding his trophy one day. I can assure you of that. That's for sure.
Luke is obviously a Manchester United fan. You're a Leeds fan. Did that make it extra special last night, beating Manchester United?
Look, I wasn't looking into them sort of scenarios. Of course, I'm a massive Leeds fan, and it's amazing for me to be world champion. I can't let football get in the way of that, because this is my dream, and this is something that I have to be fully focused on, regardless of who supports who. But all I can say is I'm sure that the Leeds fans will obviously be very very happy with obviously being a Man United fan. But I was there to do a job and to realise my dream before worrying about who I was beating.
Well, you can relax now, Luke, can't you? And Leeds has just got to keep pushing on to try and get in that automatic promotion. Southampton are coming. Ipswich, my boys, are faltering a wee bit, but Leicester look different class. But Leeds can still do it. And that would be, what a year it'd be for you. But world number 1, world champ, and Leeds United getting promoted into the Premier League. That would be a dream, wouldn't it?
Oh, definitely. It would be a dream, but I think that's the great thing about the Championship. It's an incredibly hard, tough league to get out of. You know, Leeds were in it for 15 years before we broke out back up into the Premier League. So, you know, obviously that would be a dream, but you know, there's a lot of good teams in the Championship, and it's going to be really, really tough. But you know, I think it's going to go down to the wire as well.
Your opponent said before the game you got a DM of David Beckham. Did you get any messages of any high-profile celebrities?
Yeah, there was a few. You know, there's a couple. You know, there's a few celebrities that you know DM you, wishing you good luck and stuff. But you know, all I could say is I hope that these people keep supporting Luke in the future, and not just for the World Championships. Because if you're going to support him for the Worlds, then you need to keep supporting him. You can't just support him for one tournament. I think it's important that they all carry on supporting him throughout the rest of his career, because you know, you can't just support him for the Worlds and not afterwards. So
totally agree.
Plenty of support, and you know, Luke had plenty of support as well, and it was really appreciated. You know, for me, it was incredible for, you know, all the support that I got, and you know, I really did appreciate it.
TalkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.